it's Tiffany. I am here with a really fun video today, or I hope it's going to be a really fun video. So it's around the holiday season and you guys are probably seeing those pet Christmas ornament things, DIY ornament kits. So basically what it is it's clay or air dry clay, and then you get a rolling pin, I think, or some kind of roller, and then you put your pet's paw print in it, and then it dries, and then you make it into an ornament, and yay. But I saw those, and that has always been something in the back of my mind, that I wanted an impression of all of my animals' paw prints just really badly, because I think it's a great thing to have. Then I thought, well, now's as good as time as any because there's kits all over the place. But I started looking into the kits, and then I'm like, do I want air dry clay? Do I want oven baked clay? Do I want plaster? Like, what do I want? And after doing a ton of research, probably a ton of unnecessary research, like I spent a lot of time on this, I decided I wasn't gonna buy any of the kits, and I was just gonna kind of do this on my own because I have a ton of animals. A ton of animals. Obviously I'm not gonna do all of the chickens, but I think I am gonna do at least one chicken. But there is I have a lot of animals. So what I decided to do also was to not make them into Christmas ornaments. I think I'm going to just do little plaques basically. So what I did was I got some supplies. I think I have everything here. Well, I don't have the rolling pin or anything like that, but I have the supplies that I purchased for this activity. Now, each of the kits that I saw were running between $9.99 and $15. I think the higher end ones were for the oven baked clay, and the reason I decided, there were several reasons I decided to choose oven baked clay instead of air dry clay. Mostly because I felt like, I mean, I have so much experience working with oven baked clay because I did have a business in the polymer clay industry for at least 3 years, 3 to 5 years. And I have a lot of experience with polymer clay, so I felt confident enough I could work with it. And I do like the medium. I like how it'll hold up once it's baked. I think air dry clay just worries me. I feel like it's not, I mean, maybe it's perfect, I don't know, but I haven't worked with it enough, and I just decided to do oven baked clay. So if you guys want to follow along at home and do your own, do whatever clay you feel most comfortable with. Air dry clay is easier to work with, I will say that. Much easier to work with. Because with polymer clay, which is what I chose, you have to condition it most of the time and then get it, but it's fine. The brilliance of this is like you keep going and going and going, and it won't air dry, you know, until you bake it. So if you mess up 1,000 times, which I assume is going to happen because I don't know how the animals are going to do with this. I'm probably going to have Ben's help with this project. So anyway, back to my supplies. Excuse me. I bought some cutters off of Etsy. These are just cheap. I mean, you could get even cheaper Amazon or Walmart cookie cutters or whatever, but I decided to get these ones because I have been liking, I'm pretty sure this is made by a 3D printer. Don't quote me on that though, but I have a few cookie cutters like that, and I like them a lot because they don't, I mean, it's not like I don't want to say they don't bend, because if you force them enough, of course they're gonna probably break, but with the metal or stainless steel ones, I feel like those aren't always perfect circles or perfect squares. So I ended up getting these. It was really difficult deciding on a size because obviously I have cats, I have dogs. The dog, what I did was I took Hurley's footprint and I measured it. I measured his paw, sorry. And I was like, all right, what size is gonna fit? I ended up getting the 3.5 inch. I was looking at the kits and they never really specified what size you got for the cutter. So I was kind of just assuming it was around 5 to 6. It was pretty big. And I was like, I definitely don't want that. Because I was originally going to get one kit for all of this, like the tools. But I just was like, no. I'll do it much cheaper. So anyway, I got these off of Etsy. These were, I don't even remember, like maybe $3, I'm not sure. But they're all over Etsy, all different prices, all different sellers, and they arrived very quickly. And I'm very pleased with how they look. Perfect circle, perfect square, it seems like. And since I'm not making these into ornaments, it's going to work perfect because, you know, I kind of want to tile them together. Now, another thing, I didn't need both shapes, but I was really unsure what I wanted to do. I kind of still am. I'm gonna have to ask Ben his opinion on this, but I think we're gonna end up going with the square because I could probably write their name down at the bottom or maybe on the back or something, I don't know. And since these are big and I have the cats, I think I'm gonna do both of their paws on the big one. I think that's what I'm going to do instead of having just one paw and then all the blank space. So I think that'll be interesting. But I think I'm leaning towards square only because, I mean, it would be really nice to tile these in a picture frame or something, you know? I think it'll work nicely. More supplies that I purchased was this Sculpey 3 clay. This I've worked with several times. There is Sculpey Primo, which is much harder to work with, but it is also nice. But I got the Sculpey 3 clay in black, actually. So most of the ornament kits you'll see come in white, and I'll tell you why I chose this. So one, I feel like the white will get really, really, really dirty and nasty because all of these dog prints and cat prints are in it. And then I was like, well, even if I did white, I could color it, and it'll look fine. It'll be great. But then I was thinking, you know, I talked about it a lot, and I was just like, well, if we did black, it would look good with everything. And I worry about white yellowing over time. I just always have, you know, no matter what it is, white just yellowing over time. So that's mainly the reasons I chose black. Also, I really like black. It's my favorite. I love it. Call me crazy. Blue and black, love them. Anyway, favorite colors. Anywho, I ended up getting the 8-ounce brick off of Amazon. I think if you go to like Michael's or maybe your local craft store, they usually have half-off coupons very often, or like 40% off, 20% off, and you can get these really cheap. I did see on Michael's, I was shopping there originally, they did have a coupon for 40% off, like they usually do, and it made the clay pretty cheap. But I don't live near Michael's, so I had to get it shipped, and it cost way more than if I were just to go to Amazon and get this. But after I purchased this, I saw that there was a 3-pack for much cheaper, and I really wish I would have got that because I don't even know if this is going to be enough for everybody. So if it's not, I will have to kind of split this video and do another day so I can order some more. But we have 8 ounces of this. I think we'll call it really close. I don't know though. I don't know. I just don't know. I think I'm probably gonna need another brick at least. So I got that. And then I was like, well, it might be a little difficult to see the paw print. So what I was going to do, if it were white, I was going to, you know, have them imprint their paw print, and then inside the paw print I was just going to color in black, and then I was going to write their name in black or on the back, whatever. But then I was like, well, if I do black, I could just do white. So I chose white paint pens. They are acrylic because you can write on polymer clay with acrylic paint, and it will be good. I still haven't found, I will tell you, I do want to seal these, I think. I haven't figured out which sealer I want to use because I know Mod Podge is a big one, but a lot of people say that yellows over time, and I don't have a ton of experience with Mod Podge. And the gloss that I used to use when I did work with polymer clay for my business was purchased from a craft store that is no longer in business, and I also don't live in Pennsylvania anymore, so it wouldn't be easy to get to anyway. I really have to do some research on the glazing, so I'm not gonna do that in this video, I don't think. Please let me know in the comments down below if you guys have any tips on which sealer to use. I've read varnish, I've read a few different things, but I really wanna make it right. I wanna do it right, so I'm going to take my time and figure that out. But you could probably just leave it as is as well, but that's just the route I chose to take. So anyway, I got these paint pens, way more than I need. By the way, this ran probably around 10 bucks, I think. And then this also ran around 10 bucks, I think, but I don't need all of these. So if I were able to just buy one, if I were to go to the craft store, just get one, it'd be perfect. So I have no idea what I'm gonna do with 8 of these. I think I might give some to my family or something, I don't know. But these look really good. They had good reviews. Quick dry, multi-purpose, detail working, and there's 8 of them in here, and it has a 2mm tip. So I project that I'll probably only use one of these, unless I use a lot of it, and then I'll use 2, but I think it's just gonna be 1. So, I mean, if you were to just get one, this project would even be cheaper. And again, if you were just doing this for one pet, let me just say, if you're doing a DIY for one pet, a brick of, you can get a small, I think it's 3 ounce or 2.5 ounce brick of block, sorry, of the Sculpey as well for, I want to say it's around like $3. I could be wrong. It's been a while since I purchased any, but even that, okay, so you spend $3 on that, $3 on a cutter. And let's just say you spend $2 on this. You're running about the same price as the kit, but you have a lot more freedom with this because you could choose your size, you can choose your colors, you could pick a pink clay, whatever you want to do. And you don't even need this if you don't really want it. So anywho, that is that, and we are going to start this project. I'm a little nervous. I'm a lot nervous. I feel like the cats are gonna rip us apart. I feel like Everest is going to be very difficult, and I think, 100% think Hurley is going to be an angel when we do it. He's gonna be so sweet about it. He's not gonna wanna do it, but he's gonna be sweet about it. So, I mean, he might be the only viable clip that I can insert next, but I'm hoping everybody will be okay. I'm very curious how a chicken's gonna act too. Also, just for those that are worried, this is non-toxic, and I will be wiping and washing their feet afterwards, so don't you worry. I have plenty of experience with polymer clay. So, after we get everybody all printed up, we're gonna bake these in the oven as per the instructions. It's very important that you bake these correctly. I don't even know where it says. Oh yeah, 275 degrees Fahrenheit or 130 degrees Celsius for 15 minutes per 1/4 inch thickness, 6 millimeter thickness. So that's very important because it can be flimsy and it cannot bake all the way, or it can over bake. Very important. Anyway, let's stop talking about this. I've been talking about this for like 10 minutes. And let's go ahead and get started. Alright you guys, the project is finished. I didn't get as good a footage of the actual paw print taking because it was a little crazy. Ben had to help me with that. But I'm ready to reveal the final project, and you're gonna tell me what you think. All right, so first we have Ava's.
Are there paw prints on the back too? Double take, I guess. Double take. Okay.
Pretty much. So we have Ava's.
See?
So I just did, obviously we did the paw prints,
Yeah.
and then I wrote their little names there.
It's really good.
Still haven't gotten anything like for sealing because I haven't decided on that, but this is how it is.
The left one definitely looks like her paw. The right one kind of looks like you improvised a little bit.
I'm pretty sure like this last little toe is my finger or something, but hey, you know what? I got a good bit of it, so I'll take it. So I did end up with a 2 on the cats and just 1 for the dogs. So next we have Everest. Now, do we want to talk about Everest?
It was hilarious. She does not like her paws being touched.
She does not. Who knew?
Yeah,
Yeah. So, I mean, it came out good for what we had to deal with. Let's just put it that way. I think on the back it even, well, yeah, it has her paw print there too. It was all upside down. It was so bad, but we got it, and we're never doing that again with her. Like, the cats actually did way better than the dogs, really. Well, Hurley was really good. Yeah, speaking of, here is his. His gets the A.
Yeah, that's, I mean, you can even see, like, his, like,
yeah, it's
the
crazy.
paw, like, actual dimples and stuff.
It's insane.
Yeah,
his
that's
looks
really
so
cool.
good. So he wins. And then this is another, I think he was the only one that didn't get a double take. And then we have Ember. She was, I don't know, I think she was a little bit of a struggle because this last one is, I think,
a little...
yeah. But the first one doesn't look too bad.
Yeah, it looks good.
So yeah, that's what they look like. We'll probably just figure out how to seal these and then maybe just lay these around. But if you guys wanted to, you could put these as ornaments or put them in frames or whatever. It's always a fun. Not too bad. No. If it were like air dry clay, it would have been much lighter, but it wouldn't have lasted probably as long. I don't want to say that, but if air dry clay gets wet, it's just not okay. But anyway, you guys, I want to thank you so much for watching this video. Be sure to subscribe, and I will see you next time.